All right, picking up with primary chords on slide number 9. So, okay, primary chords are the tonic, the dominant, and the subdominant. So remember, the tonic is the chord built on the first scale degree. So if we take the key of C major, right, a C chord is our first scale degree, and so that's our tonic. Our fourth scale degree, right, is going to be F. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, F, and that's going to be our subdominant, right? And that's a primary chord. And then our fifth scale degree, right, in the key of C, that's G, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, D, E, F, G. Chord built there is our dominant chord, okay? And so these three chords, tonic, subdominant, and dominant, are the primary chords. And most simple melodies can be harmonized with only these three chords, right? All right, let's move on here. Slide number 10 now. So let's look at two such simple melodies that are harmonized with only primary chords. So go ahead and listen to Silent Night and Cielito Lindo. Silent Night's on page 272 in your book. So as you're listening to the recording, of which there is a link here to the recordings on slide number 10, please also find them in your songbook and kind of follow along with the score, right, in your songbook as you listen to it for both of these. So go ahead and pause this video and listen to those while you follow along with the music, right? Just to start getting kind of a cursory understanding of how these melodies are harmonized with only primary chords. All right, so once you have listened to those, welcome back. So one thing to realize about these is although these songs are in different keys, with different chords, the Roman numerals show that they are harmonized using the three primary chords. So what do we mean by that? Well, Silent Night is in the key of C, right? And in the key of C, right, like I was just saying, our primary chords are C, right? Our one chord is C. Our four chord, our subdominant, is F, and our dominant is G, right? Now, in Cielito Lindo, on page 245, that's in the key of A major, right? And so there, our one chord is an A major chord, right? Because in A major, right, my first scale degree is A. And then what's going to be my subdominant chord or my four chord in the key of A, right? Well, we have to think, what's the fourth scale degree? 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C sharp, D, right? So our fourth scale degree is D, and so the chord built there in the key of A is going to be a D major chord, so that's my subdominant. And then what will be my dominant? It's the one built on the fifth scale degree in the key of A, right? E is the fifth scale degree. And my chord built in the key of A on the fifth scale degree is an E major chord, right? So in the key of A, my tonic or my one chord is A, my subdominant is D, and my dominant is E, right? So once again, although these songs are in different keys with different chords, the Roman numerals show that they are harmonized using the three primary chords, 1, 4, and 5, tonic, subdominant, and dominant. So Roman numeral analysis is a valuable method for showing the underlying similarity in chord choice in melodies in a variety of keys, right? So we can see that Silent Night, although it's in the key of C, it still uses tonic, dominant, and subdominant. And Cielito Lindo, although it's in the key of A, uses tonic, subdominant, and dominant. Okay. Moving on here, slide number 11. All right, so the primary chords, again, are the 1, 4, and 5, right? The chords built on the first, fourth, and fifth scale degrees in a major scale, right? So secondary chords are going to be the chords on scale degrees other than the tonic, dominant, and subdominant, right? And so these are going to be the 2 chord, the 3 chord, the 6 chord, and the dominant 7 chord, right? Let's go back to the key of C real quick. So in the key of C, what's my 2 chord? It's going to be a D minor chord, right? Built on the second scale degree here, right? What's my 3 chord? It's going to be an E minor chord. That's the one built on the third scale degree. And then how about my 6 chord? What's that going to be? That's going to be A minor, right? Because there's my 6th scale degree, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A minor is going to be my 6th chord in the key of C. And then what's going to be my 7 chord in the key of C? What would you say? It's going to be B diminished, right? B, D, F, right? So maybe go ahead and play those chords. Your 2, 3, 6, and 7. Okay, just to get those in your ears. All right, then let's move on to slide number 12. So let's take a couple of examples of some tunes from our songbook that use secondary chords. So go ahead and listen to, how about Sweet Betsy from Pike. That's going to be on page 275 in your songbook. And so yeah, go ahead and pause this video, listen to that, and again, while you follow along with the score here. And also do a Roman numeral analysis of Sweet Betsy from Pike. So go through, right, it's in the key of C, so write C is your 1 chord, G7 is going to be your 5-7 chord, okay, and so on throughout. All right, and then once you're back, notice that, think about this, how many secondary chords are in Sweet Betsy from Pike, right? I see only 1. Right? Let me see here. Let me make sure. Oh, no, there's actually 2. Okay, so what are the 2 secondary chords in Sweet Betsy from Pike? Well, it looks like we see in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measure, 4, 5, 6, the 6th measure, I see an A minor chord, right? And so that's going to be one of my secondary chords, right? Which one is that? Well, in the key of C, what's A minor? We just talked about it. But if we go up to our, what scale degree is A in the key of C, right? So start on C, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? A is actually the 6th scale degree. C, D, E, F, G, A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So A is A minor is my 6th chord in the key of C, right? And so that's where I get my, okay, so that's where I get one of my secondary chords. If I see another one on the next page 276 here, looks like there's an E minor chord up there on page 276. So E minor is what secondary chord in the key of C major, right? Well, just think, what's the root of E minor? That's E, and what scale degree is E in the key of C? right? That's E is C, D, E, 1, 2, 3. So E minor is going to be my chord there, which is my 3 chord, right? Or the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Sweet Betsy from Pike uses a 6 chord, which is the A minor chord, and a 3 chord, which is the E minor chord. And those are, of course, secondary chords. Looks like all the other chords used here are primary chords, meaning 1, 4, or 5, or in this case, 5, 7 chords. So you could do the same thing with We Shall Overcome. Right, I think there are a couple secondary chords in there too. So these two songs are they are good illustrations of the use of secondary chords, as we just saw. And the secondary chords function to add really kind of interest and color to harmonization. So let's move on now to the next slide, number 13. So here's a little activity for you. Maybe if you can, go through and play each of the songs that we were just analyzing, right? And so maybe we'll take Silent Night here for example. Let's see here. That's going to be right here. So Silent Night. And go through and perhaps you can just try playing it with the primary chords, right? 2, 3, 2. Right, just kind of like use block chords if you want. And then what do we have our... Go through like that. Another good way to do this is perhaps just play the chord and just sing the melody, right? Maybe even sing the pitch letters, right? G, G, A, G, E, G, A, G, E, D, right? And so on. Another good way to do this, you could actually also sing the scale degrees, right? While you play the chords. So like 5, 6, 5, 3, 5, 6, 5, 3. Then what we have here, 2, 2, 7, 1, 1, 5. And then what would it be 4, or sorry, 6. Okay, so that's a good, any of these ways it'll be a good start for start to get these this idea of using primary and secondary chords to harmonize a melody, right? So just to start getting that in your ears.